A Fox News host has, well, struggled to define woke.
One of the things about woke is, can you explain it to your mom? Think about that. And I remember when President Trump was running, and this was before he won in 2016, he used to get standing ovations initially when he would say, political correctness is ruining our country. And everybody that was clapping knew exactly what he meant. But it's sort of like the Supreme Court definition of pornography. You know it when you see it. So the Democrats want to get you in an argument where you're having to define wokeism as if the Webster's dictionary is defining it. And that's not what it is. It could be a feeling. It could be a sense. And I wonder if Republicans or conservatives are going to have to define it more.
Hey, can you explain woke to your mom? Yes, it literally takes like 5 seconds. All it is, all it's ever been, and this is not a new term, it's being aware of systemic injustice against black people. That's it. Literally. That's it. What? So, woke. Can you explain it to your mom? Because I apparently can't. Explain it to your mom. It's, you really can't, because it's a feeling. You know it when you see it, though. You know woke. You know woke when you see it. No. No. You know what? I guess maybe it is for them. Because anytime they see like anything about, equality, fighting for rights and opportunities, or solving any sort of systemic injustice, they feel bad. They feel very bad. Perhaps they feel a little angry. And in their anger, the woke! Oh, the wokeism struck again. When they can't deny a black person, an opportunity or a loan, the woke! That's how it is for them. Apparently, definitely a feeling, because there's a lot of feelings, but no facts. Look, here's the thing. They have such a hard time defining woke because, well, look, they know what it is, but they can't admit it. They can't go out and admit, we just hate equality and we hate black people. That's it. So they just say woke. They struggle so much because they can't say what's actually on their mind, what they actually think. Woke. I know. Now, let me give you a good example of this, okay? So, Bethany Mandel. Remember Bethany Mandel went viral for not being able to define woke. Coming up with some, weirdo answer after stumbling and having her brain just essentially break live on air. So, now, funny enough, when she, instead of actually coming out and admitting that she was wrong, because she literally wrote a book about woke, had a whole section involving wokeness, still couldn't define it, and still refuses to define it. And then after she got, embarrassed, decided to make herself the victim of, guess what? Wokeness. She wrote an entire op-ed. I'm going to read some of it because it's hilarious. She writes this. Right before we went on air, I heard one of the hosts speaking about parents in what I perceived to be in a negative way. I panicked. Over my career as a loud, proud breeder. No, don't call yourself that. Why would you call yourself that? Okay. I have often felt attacked by the left and braced myself to be ambushed on air about my own life choices as a mother of 6 children. Why would you call yourself a breeder? Like, I don't care what you do with I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care. Whatever. Live your life. But I've been attacked by the left for being a breeder. Yeah, that's never happened. But she continues, throughout the entire interview, I felt a panic attack growing, but just try to get through the duration of the appearance without an incident. As we talked, I was stammering and not trying to set traps for myself. Look at the victimhood here. I did not want to open up questions about my own personal life. Finally, I was left speechless at the one question, the basic definition of the word woke. Which again, I answered in like 5 seconds. Literally the easiest answer in the world. Okay. She says in her article, it was a fair question after all. It's a centerpiece of my book's premise. But at that point, the panic attack had arrived and I was rendered speechless. Eventually, I spurted out what I thought was a decent definition of the word. But by then it was too late. And though I have become more self-conscious about my pauses, I haven't stopped working to promote a book. I spent a year and a half researching, writing, and editing. You researched this? Where? If you can't answer woke, what it is, and point out that it's comes from African American vernacular, and it's been around for a very, very long time, to explain being aware of systemic racial injustice in this country. That's literally it. You did all the research, you did come up with that. You just admitted that you're one of the worst researchers in the world. You got it massively wrong. I mean, that's not just, it's not just the embarrassment of taking the L on the air. Because guess what? We all stumble. We all sometimes misspeak. If you're a public figure, if you do a lot of media appearances, that happens. Oh, does it happen? But this is far worse than that. Far worse. Because now she paints herself as a victim and still gets everything massively wrong and even makes herself look worse. And that's not even to mention the tweets that were unearthed, not even unearthed, just retweeted by Ken Klippenstein, where she's like, oh yeah, you know what? I was there. I literally unplugged my mom from, the life support. And it was before I found out that could actually save her. But I just made a decision to just unplug my mom. You felt the desire to tweet about that? Look, I know the segment's supposed to be on Fox News and Dana Perino, but I find this just absolutely amazing that these people will just come out and advertise their L's. Big, fat, massive L's. And look, okay, so look, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I've already said it several times. They just don't want to admit that they really do know what woke is, but want to assign their own meanings because they don't like the idea of equality. They don't like the idea of fairness. They don't like the idea admitting that there is structural, issues, structural racism that exists, and that has, put certain groups of people at disadvantages. And also because they prefer that people, especially conservatives, not be aware, not be woke. Funny enough, though, the only time that they actually do want people to be aware of injustice or perceived injustice is when it happens to them.